Hello everyone, welcome back to JDCodebase. This is the Web Development Series, and in this video we are going to learn something very important. Until now our Express server was working, but there is one big problem. Our data is not stored anywhere permanently. If the server stops, everything disappears. So in real application we use a database to store our data. And today we will connect our Node.js Express server with the MongoDB. And don't worry if this is your first time learning database. I will explain everything in a very simple way. And by the end of this video, you will know why we need the MongoDB, what is Mongoose, and how to connect a node with the MongoDB, and how Express communicate with the database. So let's start. Now, first question is first understand the idea is why connect node with the MongoDB. In the real application, we need to store things like user account, products in the e-commerce website, blog post, comments, and the orders. So imagine we store user like in an array, let user is a blank array, and this works only while the server is running. But if the server restart or everything is done, so that is why we use a database. So the architecture becomes like front end, then the Express server, then the database. And front end send a request, server processes, and database store the data. And one very popular database for Node.js is the MongoDB. Now, what is MongoDB? Instead of storing data in table like SQL database, it stores into the documents. Means MongoDB is a NoSQL database, and these documents look very similar to the JSON format like this. This is a MongoDB like an object, and this is called a document. Many documents together form a collection, and many collection together form a database. So structure looks like database. Inside this we have collection. Collection is the like in the SQL we have tables, and in the data in the MongoDB we have the collections, and inside this we have the database. Now, what is Mongoose? Can Node.js directly talk to the MongoDB? Means we are writing the server inside our this file in the folder. Can we directly call this MongoDB pass? No. For that we need a library that is the for the Node.js Mongoose. So Mongoose is the like a bridge between the Node.js between the and the MongoDB. It helps us to connect the MongoDB, create the schemas, validate data, and query the database easily. So the flow is like Node.js uh, connect connect with the MongoDB with the help of the Mongoose library. So Mongoose makes database operation much easier. Now let's move to the VS Code and write the code for this and see how it's actually run. So make sure you already have an Express project ready. If your server is running, stop it now for and just add one thing, means npm install mongoose, and after that you will get the add this mongoose library in your package.json like this. This is a mongoose, and once installation is complete, we can start writing the connection node. Just open your index.js file, or no, let's see the folder structure. First make a folder that is the config, and inside this add a file called the db.js, and this file will contain our database connection code. Keeping it separate makes the project cleaner. And so your project structure should look like this: node modules and config folder, or the app index.js in the root path, and the package.json. Now writing the database connection code inside the db.json file or db.js file. First import the mongoose equal to require from the mongoose, and this load the mongoose library into our file. Now we will connect to the MongoDB. Just write mongoose dot connect, and we have to give the path here. The path comes from the MongoDB colon slash the URL 127.0.0.1 and the 27017 and slash my database. So let me explain this URL. Here is this MongoDB colon double slash. This tells the system we are connecting to the MongoDB. Now second part is the 127.0.0.1. This means our local machine. And next part is the 27017. This is a default port for the MongoDB Compass, and this my database, this is the name of our database. If this database does not exist, MongoDB will automatically create it. Now this is the means how we divide into the 4 part 1, 2 and 3 and 4 by using the slash. Now we also want to know if the connection works or not. So we add a dot then and dot catch condition inside this, and just write dot then, and here we have to write the console.log, just write MongoDB connected, and a okay I right here, that's why it's safe, and the also a catch condition. If any error comes, then just write error console.log connection error, and here write this error. Now when the connection succeed, we will see whether the MongoDB connected, and if something goes wrong, we will see an error. Now connecting database to the server inside this index.js file, just write here the const. First we have to import the express equal to require express, and first make an app const app equal to express, then write here the require this dot slash config slash db, and then start the server by app.listen on the port number. The port number is 3000, and one callback function that says console.log server running on port 3000. Now let's start the server. I am using the nodemon npm run dev. Nodemon help us to means run the again and again whenever something change. Now see, now whenever the server start, it automatically connect to the MongoDB. Like here I get the MongoDB connected, and this come because I write a required the file path dot slash config slash db, and it goes to the first this file and connect here. So if everything correct, you should see this MongoDB connected message also. That means your Node.js server is now connected to the MongoDB. Now let's quickly understand the full flow between these, and we already covered this. So here user send the request. Okay, user send the request from the front end, and Express receive the request. Means get the request or body data or from the params or query, and server communicated with the MongoDB for any calculation or retrieving the data or posting the data. Now MongoDB send the data if any require, and server send response back to the client or to the user. So the flow is like front end, then Express, then MongoDB comes. MongoDB again connect to the Express, Express again send back to the front end. Now common connections error are like MongoDB must be installed in your system, like MongoDB Compass. This is the for just a demo purpose I am using MongoDB Compass. We will see the MongoDB Atlas. the actual server where we where we store our database. This is just for your demo purpose, means how we see in the normal way in our system. And the check the URL connection URL and check if the port number is correct or not. So most beginner face problem because MongoDB server is not running in their system. I will attach the file in the previous video description also. You can check introduction to the MongoDB. Now best practices in the real project developer follow these practices. Keep database connection in the separate file like here I write, and always use the config folder for the connections like db.js, or you will see Redis connection in the upcoming projects also. And use environment variable for database URL and handles the error properly, and use Mongoose schema and model for the managing the data. We will learn schema and models in the next video. So in this video we learn what MongoDB is, what Mongoose is, how to install Mongoose, and how to connect Node.js with the MongoDB, and how Express communicate with the database. In the next video we will learn something very important, that is how to create schema and models using the Mongoose, and how to store and fetch data from the MongoDB. So make sure you subscribe to channel JDCodebase so you don't miss that. So see you in the next video.